What's up guys, Mickle here, and over the past couple of videos, we have really been focusing on why it really looks like we are headed into the next bull market. Well, in this video, I want to talk about the investment thesis behind XRP. Why is XRP such uniquely positioned to really dominate this next bull market? Guys, we have seen some insane news going on today, bolstering the fundamentals for why XRP could be the dominant currency in our next generation financial system. In this video, we're going to talk about that, as well as some exciting developments around the vote for an AMM on the XRP ledger. We're going to talk about that at the end of the video, so make sure to stick around for that. Like always, your support means so much to this channel. If you enjoy these videos, make sure to take a quick second to like this video and subscribe to my channel. It's really going to help me out so much. Also, if you ever need a good place to buy some XRP, make sure to check out my favorite exchange, Uphold, down in the description of this video. Guys, also, Uphold is upping the stakes. They are actually now doing a 50,000 XRP giveaway, so make sure you do not miss out on that. If you want to get involved, the link for Uphold will be in the description of this video. With that said, though, let's jump right into it, and I hope you guys enjoy the content. So guys, I don't think there's any better way to start out a discussion behind the investment thesis behind how XRP is going to change our financial system than to start it off with David Schwartz really breaking down how this technology is going to fundamentally change the financial system. I just want to start this video off with a clip of David Schwartz talking about just how transformational this is about to be, and then we're going to go into some serious big developments that happened earlier today to let you guys know that when David Schwartz talks about these massive changes taking place, he's not just talking about it. We are seeing institutions adopt this in real time. Yes, we haven't seen a reflection in the price of XRP yet, but I think that is right around the corner. Listen up to this.
That is going to happen no matter what. That is a given. We had a revolution in the physical delivery of goods with the shipping container, which changed globalization, started globalization. We had a revolution in the delivery of information with the internet. But what we don't know is, what is the TCP/IP of money? What is the shipping container of value? We don't know that yet. There's going to be one, though. That is a definite, and that's going to bring changes. And what I also want to get through is that one of those changes that I foresee and that I think is important is that the size of payments are going to shrink, drastically shrink. Many of you people here probably have a job and you probably get paid twice a month or every 2 weeks. Well, why is that? You probably pay bills once a month. Well, why is that? It's because payments are expensive and clunky. But if payments were cheap and simple, then those frequencies could go up. Money could be streamed at you while you're working. You could stream money to your landlord to pay for the place where you're staying. Now, I know those sound dumb, and I'll be blunt. Yeah, they are. And I'll tell you, like, if we were talking about email in the late 90s and you said to me, like, what are people going to use email for? I probably could not have given you the examples that is on everyone probably here. Probably has a cell phone, probably has email on it, and probably has hundreds of messages that look nothing like postal mail or the messaging that existed in the late 90s. None of that could I have predicted. If you'd asked me if the internet had enough bandwidth in the year 2000, I would have said, yeah, it has plenty of bandwidth. Well, could I have imagined Netflix and on-demand video? That's ridiculous, right? Like, the cost of bandwidth is too high for that. But the internet drove the cost of bandwidth down to zero. And if the cost of payments go down to zero, the world is going to change.
If the cost of payments go down to zero, the world is going to change. That is really what we're looking at right here. Right now, the way we move value all around the world is clunky and broken. Ripple is leading on the forefront to transforming that and helping institutions adopt the next rails of our financial system that are going to be built on the XRP ledger. This is the change that is happening. This is the value proposition for why it's important. But now I want to move on and show you guys that institutions are adopting this technology in real time. It's not just talk, it's not just some theoretical thing. We are watching real world adoption of Ripple's technology and real world savings. These are the kinds of things we need to see as investors. Because what we can do is listen to David Schwartz tell us why this technology is important. Why are frictionless payments going to be so important? Why are payments with instant settlement going to be transformational to the system as we know it? We can create theoretical concepts on why these things could be important, but what we need to see is institutions actually adopting the technology. Well, what we saw today was actually fascinating with some announcements that, like always, just flew completely under the radar. Earlier today, we actually had had the National Bank of Georgia come out and say that they are working with Ripple to build their next generation financial system in their country. Guys, this is an entire country leveraging Ripple to transform their payment systems. This is exactly what we want to see as investors. David Schwartz just broke down for us why the technology needs to be upgraded, why the technology needs to change, what is going to happen when we have these drastic increases in efficiency in payments. And what we're seeing now is behind the scenes, the biggest players in the world are adopting these changes. Yes, Georgia's not the biggest country in the world, but it doesn't matter. Every single person living in Georgia is now going to have to leverage this system. Also, every single country that wants to interact with Georgia is going to have to think of ways to actually interact with this system, and that might also mean adopting Ripple's technology. What we are seeing is the biggest, most important central banks and players in the world are being forced to seriously evaluate this technology because it is that transformational. And what else did we see today? We found out that XRP is now fully approved and regulated in Dubai. Guys, Dubai is becoming one of the financial capitals of the world, and it has Ripple's name written all over it. Ripple is leading in Dubai. They have been there from the start. They are working with some of the biggest banks, and now we see XRP fully regulated in Dubai. It is so obvious that XRP is a critical piece of technology in Ripple's payment stacks, and seeing different governments all around the world adopting this technology, letting it in and embracing it is a fantastic sign for what is to come. Like I said earlier, David Schwartz laid out for us why instant payments are going to be so transformational, why our system needs this badly. But what we're seeing now is adoption. We're seeing countries say, hey, Ripple, work with us to build these systems. We are seeing governments saying, hey, we want to make sure we give you the rules to build appropriately in our country. Guys, this is exactly what we want to see as investors. We are seeing not only the technology delivering real savings, but we're also seeing governments saying, yes, this technology is valid and we can leverage it. I saw this earlier today and I just thought it was so interesting. It's proof that Ripple is actually making a difference. So many people say, oh, this technology doesn't actually help because there's all these other fees Ripple has to incentivize partners, blah, 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 blah. Just look at this. Traditional banks, the average cost per transaction is 3 to 7%. Tranglo, which uses XRP for its payments, the average cost of a transaction is below 5%. Guys, the savings is right here. XRP is driving savings for moving money all around the world, and that's why countries and large institutions want to adopt the technology. This technology that Ripple has is not available anywhere else in the world, and the fact that Ripple is actually now partnering with these large institutions to help adopt the technology and drive these savings is ultra bullish. And I wanted to make a quick comparison to really just show you where we are in the entire world, and this tweet originally was not meant for XRP, but I think you could perfectly apply it to XRP. This is by Stephen Mark Ryan. He's a mega Tesla bull. He tweeted out, I wish I invested in Apple 25 years ago. I wish I invested in Amazon 25 years ago. Tesla's gross automotive margins are collapsing. The competition is coming. They are in dead last for autonomy. FSD really isn't AI. They keep cutting prices. They are just a car company. Essentially what he's highlighting right here is all the FUD points about Tesla right now. And he's saying, right, people were saying these same things about Apple 25 years ago. People were saying these same things about Amazon 20 years ago. Now people are saying these same things about Tesla, but what Tesla is doing is transforming the automotive industry. Ripple is transforming the payment industry. There is always going to be FUD. There is always going to be doubters, and there's always going to be people who can just never wrap their head around the change that is coming. But the fact of the matter is we know this technology is real, and we can see in real time institutions are adopting it. To me, this is the magic combo of what we needed to see. Not only do we know that this technology is the real deal, but now we know that institutions are willing to go out of their way to give it a chance and adopt it. In my opinion, all the FUD right now is purely by people who don't understand what's actually being built, because it could not be more clear to me that Ripple and XRP are going to be a pivotal part in our next generation financial system. I just want to finish this video off and show you one last thing. We have been talking a lot about the AMM on this channel. A lot of people have been fudding it. Hey, why isn't it passed yet? Why hasn't it got any votes? Well, as of today, we actually have 9 votes in favor of the AMM. We have a consensus percentage of 25%. We need to get to 80% for it to actually pass. Yes, we're not all the way there yet, but slow and steady wins the race. Slowly, these validators are changing their vote to yes. Slowly, we are getting more votes in favor of the AMM. And guys, I think every single week now, we're going to see a new validator saying yes until we slowly tick up to the 80% mark. In my eyes, things are looking really good for the AMM. I have talked about why it's going to be a game changer for Ripple's products in the future. Guys, the XRP ledger is evolving as we speak. It's getting more powerful, it's getting stronger, and that's just going to make it even more enticing for the largest institutions in the entire world to adopt. Guys, there's been a lot of thought about how this wouldn't pass, how it's not going to go through. It is going through, it's gaining traction slowly but surely. I am so excited for everything coming to the XRP ledger right now. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this update. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. It really does help me out so much. And for now, Mickle out.